I'm Kayla Hangartner. I go to the University of North Texas, and I'm doing the Module 10 assignment for the LTEC 4510 Spring 2016 semester on how to hold a productive meeting. So first, we're going to start off with our purpose. First, we want to give an introduction, and we want to be prepared, and we want to communicate to everybody as to why we're having a meeting. And you want to show everyone that you're ready to give your meeting and be the leader, so to speak, get a hold of everyone's attention, and then make sure that you're prepared and have everything with you that you need. It could include an aid for your audience or just like a PowerPoint presentation. So basically you want to discuss your interaction, and you want to have the ability to communicate with others and maintain good relationships and earn credibility. So to use your communication skills in the workplace, you have to rather experience everything and kind of spread it amongst your peers and let everybody know that it's okay to communicate with one another, and you want to do it in a professional manner. So first, I'm going to go through the list here, and you want to describe group information, and you want to be able to rely on people to give you information or research or any type of data or something that can help support or help you along the way. So you can do that through research and presenting, and everyone has different strategies. So basically what we want to do is let everybody know it's okay, and you're welcome to speak at any time, or if you have a question, you're more than welcome to ask or answer anything that you are unfamiliar with. So first, you want to display professionalism, and you want to represent yourself well, as well as your business or the company that you work for and the people around you. You want to make sure that you establish a good form of communication to know that you're open to talk to, or if you need to get a hold of somebody, that you have the capability of doing that. So when you represent yourself or others, you want to make sure that you are doing it for the right reasons. So in that case, you can use research, motivation, and knowledge, and you can kind of form that as a barrier together to where you can stick together and get to know one another and rely on your experience, so to speak. So we're going to go over introducing yourself. You want to be friendly, you want to be positive, you want to have good energy, you want to smile, you want to make everyone feel welcome. You don't want them to feel intimidated or threatened. You don't want to be grumpy or make them feel like they don't belong or that they're wasting their time, because you don't want them to waste your time. So you're there for a reason, and you also want to go over how to dress before you get there. You want to be in the moment. You don't want to depend on overdressing or underdressing, and you might want to be more professional and have a dress shirt with slacks, or you can be more casual and wear a t-shirt and jeans. It kind of depends on the meeting and who it's with, what your profession is, and how everyone needs to conduct themselves. So basically, you want to let those in the meeting feel that they're welcome to participate, ask questions, answer questions. You need to encourage comments, and you can talk about personal experiences, telling stories, and basically it's a way that you can connect with people and letting them know that it's okay to express yourself, and you can talk amongst the people in the room and be able to be open. So then, before doing all this, you want to be prepared. You want to have everything with you, whether it's a handout or a piece of paper or some statistics or proof that supports what you're doing in that particular circumstance. So basically, you want to be early, you don't want to be late. People don't respect that. If you're tardy, it's rude, it's considered frustrating. So you want to be prompt, and you want to give a good first impression and set a good example. You want to be professional and encourage others, alike to be on time. So when you persuade those in attendance, you can improve your time management. So we're here for a reason. I don't want to waste your time, and I don't want my time to be wasted. So basically, this is how you can realize why a particular meeting is taking place and discover what needs to be covered and what's going on and the reason why everyone's together. And in this way, you can form a business team. You can get everyone together and say, hey, we need to make connections. We don't need to be separated. We need to have an open line of communication, whether it's talking on the phone or sending an email or just being able to walk up to somebody one-on-one. So basically all of these listed, being early and not late, and persuading your attendants and forming some kind of team will make changes in practice and the quality and the quantity of your meetings and the importance of them. So next we're going to go into the interaction. You want to effectively inform your audience, and you want those in attendance to mingle and be creative and friendly and connect with their peers. So basically, we're here for a purpose. You go over the reason, and everything should be covered to where you're comfortable in your skin, and you want to shake someone's hand and introduce yourself. So you want to interact with everyone, and you want to recognize the benefits, and then you want to evaluate the advantages, and you can separate and take whatever you want from the situation. So when you limit your media, you don't want to be overwhelming. If you have tons of charts and graphs and too much information like statistics and you're scatterbrained, you don't want everyone to feel overwhelmed. You don't want to have a cluttered PowerPoint presentation. Basically, you can apply your guidelines and you can give out your aid, whatever that may be. So on to the next slide, I'm going to go over your ability. So I covered three main things. It is to plan, deliver, summarize, and then at the end you can give tips and reminders. So on planning, you want to prepare yourself for the worst. You want to be familiar with the topic that you're covering and how to go over that topic. So you want to address your problems before they happen and be prepared for a worst case scenario, basically. And then when you deliver, you want to develop your presentation and make corrections. So, before you summarize and get your end results, you actually want to edit it and critique it and take constructive criticism. So then when you summarize, you can take notes and people can provide you with feedback. So this is a good way, so to speak, that you can improve yourself as a presenter and holding meetings that can affect everyone around you. So as far as the instructor or the presenter or the manager that is holding this meeting, giving tips and reminders to their peers or their employees, so to speak, the employees can also give feedback and give information to the employer that is in charge or upper management to help benefit everybody, to improve and make a better difference. So now we're going to go over group information. I just made a list here of some common things that you need to keep in mind that is actually pretty helpful. So you want to exchange facts. You want to have things organized to where you can tell the specifics and what's going on, so then you can give your opinions on that, and you don't want to make excuses because no one wants to hear you gripe and complain. Yes, your open form of communication, especially in a meeting, part of that is to address problems, and if you have an issue, it needs to get resolved. So basically, to do that, you state your topics and concerns. If there's a problem that comes to the table, you need to address it in the appropriate manner, and you need to be calm and collective and professional and kind, and you don't want to be an insult or a nuisance, because no one wants to get frustrated and cause a problem. Problems do arise, but that's part of meetings, is giving your opinion. So when you focus on your listener, you need to, make eye contact and make sure that they're being heard, because that's what everybody wants. They want a good form of communication and an open line to say, hey, they care about what I'm saying, they're not just ignoring me. So it goes hand in hand of how businesses and companies can lose track of relationships because there's so many people sometimes, or sometimes it's a small business and the company is tight-knit. So relationships go a long way with how you maintain them and then how you communicate with others at the same time. So you don't want to interrupt anyone, when they're saying something to you. It's common courtesy to, listen and let them finish, and then it's good not to just be rude to somebody and don't let them talk. You need to let them finish. So, and then another thing under group information is people that can exchange their contact information. It really helps to make connections, and if you can't get a hold of someone, or if someone's sick on work, or if someone has to go pick up their kids, there might be something very important that wasn't resolved that day that needs to either be picked up the next day, or something that needs to be acknowledged that you can pick back up on later. So next I have research. You don't want to dwell on the past, you want to look into the future. You want to keep a positive attitude. You want to make sure that everything is taken care of. So when you gather the information, you can collect it amongst everyone, or you can get a resource that says A, B, and C, and then from our peers you can collect 1, 2, 3. So when you communicate your pros and cons, you can have a list of the good, the bad. You can use a circle graph that intersects the two of them. This will enhance skills. Communicating and holding a business meeting is a good way to accomplish your goal and keep everyone in the same mindset, even when you have a different idea of what that may be. So from adapting from industry to education, part of what we do is we can apply from what we work with to making it better and easier to understand. So if us together are all going to have different ideas individually, but together as a team, you can resolve things and kind of merge together and impact people as a whole, as well as like a business. So you want to involve your customers and your employees alike. You want to make sure that you treat your customers as you would treat your employees, and your employees should treat your customers like they're valued and they're important. You need to hear them out. It's part of, giving a service. So to give perspective, you want to give guidance and direction. You want to let your people in your meeting, in the audience, or whoever's in attendance, that they're valued and they're important. And then you can receive ideas and encourage goals. And this could be for anyone. It could be written on a piece of paper. It could be something that is like a feedback, like you can write down like a suggestion box. So it's very important to keep all these things in mind, and in the end, it will actually help everyone to understand where other people are coming from at the same time.